Not boring movies. In this problem, we're given a table called cinema that has the columns ID, movie, description, and rating. We need to write a solution to report the movies with an odd number ID and a description that is not boring. Also, we need to return the result table ordered by rating in descending order. So in example 1, we have a cinema table with these movies. We need to do 3 things. We need to return the movies that have an odd ID number and their description does not say boring. And the final thing we need to do is we need to order our output by descending rating order. And what that means is basically the first value in our table is going to have the highest rating and the ratings are going to decrease as you go down. If we take a look at the output, we can see that we're returning the ID, movie, description, and rating columns. And so from our cinema table, we're going to select the ID column, the movie column, the description column, and the rating column from our cinema table. Now we need to apply our filter so that only odd ID numbered movies show. And in our filter, we also need to include the fact that any description that says boring, well, we're not supposed to return that movie, so we need to account for those 2 filters. So let's do that now. We do that with a where statement. So we're selecting these columns from our cinema table where, let's start by doing this, where description is equal to boring. Now at this stage, if I run our code, we're going to get all the movies that do have a description of boring, and that's the opposite of what we want. So to negate this, we're just going to add a not statement before the description. So what we're basically saying is where description is not equal to boring. And the second filter we need to apply is the odd ID number. And the way we're going to do this is by basically doing modulo. So if we have any number and we modulate it by another number, what we get is the remainder of the division of these 2 numbers. So for example, 7 modulo 3, if you divide 7 by 3, you get 2 with a remainder of 1. And so our output is going to be 1. Now to apply this to odd and even numbers, if we modulo an even number by 2, we should get a remainder of 0. For example, 2 divided by 2 is 1 with a remainder of 0. 4 divided by 2 is 2 with a remainder of 0. But if we modulo an odd number with 2, then we're going to get a result of 1. For example, 5 divided by 2 is 2 with a remainder of 1. And the way we do that in SQL is we can use the mod function, which takes 2 parameters, the dividend and the divisor. So our dividend is going to be the ID, and the divisor, or what we're dividing our ID by, is going to be 2. So here we're saying ID modulo 2 basically. And to ensure that we only return odd numbers, we just need to make sure that the result of this is not equal to 0 or it's equal to 1. Both should work. Now the final thing we need to do is we need to return the result table ordered by rating in descending order. And so we're just gonna use the order by statement. We want to order by rating, and to do that in descending order, we just need to add the descending statement. So let's submit our code and see if it works. Awesome. So that was the not boring movies problem on LeetCode. It's another easy SQL problem. I hope you found that video helpful, and thanks for watching.